Welcome back to Electricians tool channel. Today I want to just talk to y'all. Show y'all a new tool that I purchased today for a job that I'm doing. This is, I don't know how long it's been out, but this is a SOUTHWIRE 3/4 inch plastic pipe cutter. You may know it, use another term for it, a PVC cutter or something like that. Now, you necessarily don't have to buy this tool to cut PVC, but I think it's because sometimes I used to use a Sawzall. That's much quicker. I bought it because of a job that I'm doing. I'm installing a transfer switch for a generator, and I'm cutting plastic seal tight. Well, I know it is seal tight. That's a brand. There was a brand called seal tight. It's the flexible conduit, flexible rubber conduit, and I could have used a knife to cut it because it don't have. I'm using the one that don't have the metal inside of it. In fact, this is what I'm using right here, and it doesn't have the metal inside. I could have used a Sawzall to cut this also, but when I was at Lowe's and I saw this for a good price, I thought it'd make for a good video also, so I went on and bought it. I can use it to cut this, and I can use it to cut also the PVC conduit. I don't know how well. I've never used this before. Like I said, I've always used either a knife or a Sawzall to cut through it. So we're gonna see. But I think it's a pretty nice tool to have if you don't have one. I do like my cuts to be nice and clean because sometimes you can cut a piece of pipe, PVC pipe, or rubber flexible conduit, liquid type flexible conduit, and sometimes it can be off. And when you put the fitting on, it won't go in the fitting all the way. So I like to have a nice clean cut, and I think this will give you that. Now, I'm going on the limb saying it will give you that. The blade itself is very sharp. I don't know how long it will stay sharp. As long as you don't cut anything like aluminum and accidentally cut a piece with cut a piece of flexible tubing with metal inside and dull it out. I think as long as you stick to you cutting what they say you can cut. Let me see. They don't say what not to cut, but you can't cut metal with this, so I wouldn't even try. I wouldn't even try to cut copper wire with this. I'll use it only for this and the PVC pipe, so that it won't dull the blade. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna see just how well it cuts. Let's see this right here. This is the flexible flexible conduit. We're going to, let's see. Yeah, it did okay. Gave it a nice clean cut. That was kind of rough going through there, so I know this is going to be extra tough to go through here. Oh, we're going through. It's going through. Okay. Gotta give it and it cuts. It cuts. This is a tool that I would have to use. I would keep it in my bag. If I don't have access to a Sawzall, you can always go to this. But this, just the pressure I had to use to cut this, it won't be my first go-to tool. But I would have it in my bag just in case your battery run dead on your Sawzall. You don't have no electricity if you're using an hardwire Sawzall with a cord on it. But other than that, I won't have this as my main tool to cut any of these. But I would have it in my bag. It's a nice tool to have in your bag as a backup tool. I like it. It feels real durable. It feels, the plastic really feels nice, and it doesn't feel cheap at all. And I think it'll last. I think it'll last. The blade still feels pretty sharp. I don't know if the blade is replaceable or not. I see the two screws right here. I don't know. I'm sure you probably can replace it. Take this out and put another one in, because I believe this is what holds the blade. I'm looking at this hole right here. I'm thinking you could flip the blade. Once you take this out, you take it out, take the blade out, and flip it, and the part, there's another section that's down in here, that'll be sharp, and I'm sure it's replaceable then, since you can take the blade out. But like I said, this will not be this won't be my go-to tool. It'll be a tool like a plan B, but I'll continue to use my Sawzall, my battery operated Sawzall, or to cut this, or even this, or I'll use a knife, something. You gotta put, that's too much. Oh, there you go. Oh, well, this was much easier this time. Look at this, y'all. Look at this one. I think I was on, oh, that's like butter. I don't know what happened. First time I must have been on one of these. No? I don't know, but look at it now. Cutting pretty good. So, I don't know, y'all. I take back what I just said. I was just judging off the first time I cut. It may be my go-to too. My first go-to. I see how hard it is. I think I'm on an edge. Oh, all right. I see where I started to cut at. They have these little ridges here, and I'm thinking as long as you cut in between on the line to go is okay. And here, like I'm going across the line, that still shouldn't make a difference. But it was. Let me just try this again. Now it feels hard like it's going through. Let me get on that line. Yeah, that's it. I think it's okay. I think it's okay, yeah. Hey, I'll take that back. I'm getting the hang of it now. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Try this one. It's, yeah. Scratch out what I said the first time about it. It's being all hard the first time. My first time using it, when I first started cutting it, it was kind of difficult. But it seemed to have gotten easier once I've gotten I got the feel of it in my hand. It's not a bad tool. It's not a bad tool. But I was still, if I'm in someone's house and and I have to cut PVC for something, I'm running in somebody's house for any reason, you shouldn't. I don't see any reason why you should be using PVC inside a residence, or But if you're cutting PVC inside, you don't want to make no noise or whatever, you can use this. Majority of the time, if but sometimes when you cut with those. With a Sawzall, it leave a lot of bad edges like this. A lot of burrs on it, you see? Because I cut this side with a Sawzall, but it had a metal blade on it, but still, a bi-metal blade on it, but that's how I left it. Now, I just cut this side with this thing here, as you see, and this is nice and clean. So, this would have a place in my tool bag. I don't know about if it'd be your first choice or the Sawzall second choice or whatever, but this would have a place in my tool bag. If I look at this first, and it's before I get to the Sawzall, I'm gonna go to this. And then I go to my Sawzall. But as far as cutting, it's a nice clean cut on all of them. It's nice clean cuts, no burrs whatsoever. Well, this one I did bad on, but it's a nice clean cut on all of them. So that's it for now about my SOUTHWIRE plastic cutter. And on a scale from 1 to 10, I would give it a 9. If you don't have one in your bag, I recommend you get one. It don't have to be this brand, because there's several makers out there. I think Lennox makes one. I think Klein makes one, and Greenlee. This kind of tool have been around for a number of years. SOUTHWIRE is not the only one that make them, but I think you do yourself a favor by getting one and have it in your bag. Okay, man. With that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys got something out of the video, and if you did, hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment, and if you're not a subscriber to the channel and you like this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. With that being said, you guys take care and peace out.